Hello, everyone. Welcome in to another weekly spirit boost. I am Tammy Mastroberti, best-selling author of the books The Universe is Talking to You and The Higher Help Method. And I am excited to be here with you today. Hang on, I just gotta move Instagram. I'm excited to be here with you today to talk about one of my favorite subjects. I know I say that a lot because I love so many different subjects that I teach on, but I love love crystals and gemstones. I used to love crystals and gemstones before I knew anything about their energetic properties, before I knew anything about how they all kind of serve different purposes and can be used for different purposes in our life. I have just always been attracted to them, whether it's in jewelry or whatever. It's just always been something that has caught my eye. And then when I entered the spiritual realm and I realized how they actually hold energy and can be used to harness energy in our lives, and the different types of crystals and gemstones hold different energy and can be used for these different purposes and can be programmed with intention for these different purposes. That was it. So I love them. I love everything about them. And it was very hard. I thought, okay, let me come on this weekly spirit boost and we will focus on like my top 5. Like, no matter who you are, where you are on your spiritual path, what would be like my top 5 that I just probably could not live without? And it was hard to narrow that down because I love them so much. So I do have honorable mentions that I had to squeeze in. And even that was difficult. But I did narrow it down to 5 that I think anybody can use, you should have in your collection, no matter how big or how small. And so we're going to go through them here. Before we do that, I always have to give a shout out to our summit that is going on, Elevated Existence Summit. If you are not part of it, it is free. It has been going on since January. It will go on through the end of April. Live interviews stop mid-April. Say hello to my cat, Callie. I think YouTube and Facebook see her tail. And today we are talking to Amy Lee McCree, who is a medical intuitive, who's actually going to be talking about channeling, which we just spoke about on Tuesday with the amazing intuitive channel who has been on my weekly spirit boost before, Stephanie Banks. She was Tuesday. And then today we're doing a live interview at 1 p.m. in the Zoom room. But of course, there's 48-hour replays with Amy Lee McCree talking about, she calls it spirit writing. It's been called channeled writing, automatic writing, but specifically spirit guides that she calls the 7 grandmothers, which I had never heard of before her. So I'm super excited to talk to her about it because I don't even know that much about it, but I'm excited to delve into it. So that's happening today at 1 p.m. And then this weekend, if you're new to the summit, we're doing a most popular replay weekend, meaning we are opening up the replays for those interviews that have been by far the most popular. And I'm also going to leave this week's interviews open as well. So if you did miss Stephanie, she will be open all weekend. Okay. Now, having said that, and again, it is linked below on YouTube and Facebook. It is in the bio on Instagram, but it's elevatedexistencesummit.com to join for free. So she's already messing with my crystals, this one. So let's get into the crystal conversation. What are my top 5 crystals? If I had to narrow it down, which I forced myself to do, okay? The top one is, and always will be, my favorito, one that I probably do not need any more of, but cannot stop purchasing, whether it's in jewelry form or an actual crystal for the house or my desk. It's everywhere. If you walk into my house, you will see it in probably every room. And that is amethyst. I am obsessed with amethyst. Amethyst it's almost like the all-purpose, multi-purpose stone. Amethyst is universal. It works for so many different things. It raises your vibration. It can help with addictive tendencies. It can assist some people with sleep issues. It is associated with the third eye and the crown chakra. So therefore, it helps you connect to the divine. It helps you connect to higher guidance. It opens up your psychic abilities. I absolutely love it. I have like multiple pieces on my desk. It doesn't matter the type of, you too, right? Alice said me too. Obsessed. So I have some that are just like raw, I have little tiny crystals, I have large geodes, I have so many different things. Just this office, never mind the fact that I've painted my office purple, okay? But I'm literally looking around at the amount of amethyst that I have here. It's ludicrous. Okay. Ludicrous. This has been over years. This has been like Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, obscene. So, but this just happened to be one I have on my desk. So this is a carved rose amethyst. So anytime I visit someplace and there's a crystal store, I have to stop and get myself something. So this was actually purchased in New Hope, Pennsylvania. My husband and I went to this town. If you're in that area, New Hope is just the cutest little town. They have all these different stores and restaurants and so many different things, but they happen to have a crystal store. So amethyst, I found this, and I'm also obsessed with roses. Roses, bows, and hearts are my thing. I don't know why. It's just my thing. So I'm obsessed with roses. My grandmother's name was Rose. So anyway, amethyst, I love. My stepson, for one of my gifts for Christmas this year that he got me, because he also knows the obsession with all things crystals and amethyst, he got me this little tree that I keep on my desk. It has a chunk of amethyst on the bottom and then all little amethyst leaves. So this also sits on my desk with me, but I have them everywhere. You can wear them if you want to raise your vibration. If you want to open up your psychic ability, use it while you're meditating. Use it while you're doing automatic writing, which we're going to talk about with Amy today, and something that I teach in many of my classes if you've taken classes with me. So it's just the best. I have rings. I have necklaces. It's an obsession. Cannot live my life without amethyst. Okay, that's the first one. Second crystal that I definitely could never live without. This is like the top one. And it's another universal one, so you can use it for a million different things, right? Like I really tried to pare it down to like, if I could only have certain crystals, what could I use and get away with for multiple different things in my life? The second one is clear quartz. Clear quartz. Another universal stone, but it's also known as a master healer stone. It is extremely high vibration and it raises your vibration, of course. But what I love about the clear quartz is it amplifies any intention that you give it, and it amplifies the energy of other stones it is placed with, right? So you'll see in my Higher Help Method book, all of the rituals, I don't think I have one that doesn't include a clear quartz, because you're amplifying the energy of the intention and the other stones that you're using it with. Love it. But it also can help with meditating. It can help you with channeling. There's even something called a channeling quartz, which I happen to have one of that I keep on my desk as well. So this is, it's not like the clearest of quartz. I have some that are super clear and gorgeous, but this one is known as a channeling quartz. So a channeling quartz is basically just a quartz that has cut, see how it has all little like cuts on it, or faces or facets. A channeling quartz has 7 cuts that make it a channeling quartz. So I keep this on my desk because I tend to do a lot of intuitive work at my desk. But I love clear quartz for that. Another thing that I got, I tend to love to go to different crystal shows. If you've been following me for a while, every May I go to a huge one here in New Jersey. My husband and I go, and every year we say we're not buying anything big, and every year we break our rule. But this is one of the prettiest like ones that I have. That's sort of this geode. It has all these different points. It's hard to see it. Maybe if I turn it that way. Oh, you can see there that it has like all these different points on it. So I have this on my desk in the wealth corner. And what I do, and one of my honorable mention stones is citrine. So I have a double terminated, meaning it has points on both sides of it. So it's shooting in both directions, citrine, which is for abundance. And I have this in my wealth corner, and I just place this little guy on top of it. And what does it do? The quartz amplifies the energy of other stones it is placed with. So I place the citrine on top of it in the Feng Shui Bagua, also in the book, The Higher Help Method, section of the wealth section of my desk, which is where I'm sitting, it's the far left. So I love clear quartz. Can't live without it. One of my faves. Number 3 that I cannot live without is black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is the ultimate protection stone, grounding stone. It absorbs energy on your behalf so it doesn't affect you and your aura and your presence and your body and your mind. And again, it's extremely grounding and it's protective against EMF. So if you know, like electromagnetic frequencies. So if you know that you are someone who is very sensitive to energy, that might be something that bothers you. So it's protective against other people's energy, against EMFs, against so many different things. So I just want to show you examples of everything. So I gathered them here. This is a very large chunk of black tourmaline, and I have chunks of this by the doors of my home on the floor, like kind of to the right or whatever of the door. And it blocks it absorbs negative energy. It protects you from negative energy, right? So I don't want negative energy walking through my door. I have it at the door to my office. I have them at the doors of my home. Obviously, I don't have them all this big. This is just one larger one that I have. I have black tourmaline pendants, bracelets. What I love to do is actually pair this with selenite, which is another one of my favorites coming up, because selenite clears energy and the black tourmaline absorbs it. So now you have the black tourmaline absorbing it, and when you're pairing it with selenite, it is cleansing it as it's being absorbed. So I love black tourmaline for that purpose, for any type of protection. Again, you can wear all of these stones. You can have them in your home, but you can wear them on your physical body to take advantage of these benefits as well, whether it's raising your vibration, opening your intuition. Like I said, meditate with an amethyst or a clear quartz, right? To open yourself up, or keep it in your lap while you're doing any type of intuitive work or automatic writing, all that kind of stuff. So I love black tourmaline for that purpose. Now, there are many other protective and grounding stones, right? Black obsidian, black onyx, but there's just something for me about black tourmaline that makes it my number 3 pick. My number 4 pick, that I just mentioned, is selenite. I cannot get enough of selenite either. Selenite cleanses energy. It cleanses your energy. It cleanses the energy of other stones. It will cleanse the room. It cleanses, and it never needs to be cleansed itself because it doesn't absorb or take on energy. So I love it for that. It also will clear and align all of your chakras from the root to the crown chakra. And it's very calming. It gives you a sense of peace within you. It's another one you can meditate with. So I always talk about how you can cleanse your own energy using a selenite wand. You do not have to have one this big. I just happen to be extra. So I have one this large, but you can get a tiny little selenite wand. You can get a little selenite tumbled stone, right? But I like to use it to cleanse my energy, to cleanse my aura from, at nighttime after being around people during the day. Love it because it cleanses you and it cleanses the areas that you have it. A lot of people will place selenite wands. Like you can get packs of them that are smaller, that are only like this big. in their windowsill because it's cleansing energy in and out, right? People use them on top of their doorways because if you put the black tourmaline on the bottom and the selenite on top, you're absorbing and cleansing as people are walking through. So there's so many different things you can do with it. Another thing that I love that I have in my collection is something called selenite harmonizers. And you can get these, you can get one, you can get two. Another thing great to put in your lap or to hold while you're meditating. But when you have two of them and you actually kind of meditate with it, or even if you're doing your 60-second retreats or releases that I talk about, you can hang on to the selenite and it just kind of cleanses, clears, opens up, calms your entire aura when you're holding on to them. So I have these literally sit on a shelf in my office. I will use them from time to time and then I will put them back. But I love these, and these come in all different sizes as well. You can get some that are smaller. I don't even know how many, maybe this is like 6-inch. I don't know, but they come in all different sizes. So I love these as well. There's just something so relaxing. Like sometimes when I just need to bring my energy down, I'll take a wand or a harmonizer and just hold it on my chest and breathe. And it just brings everything down. So cannot live without selenite to cleanse me, to cleanse my other crystals, to cleanse my home, cleansing. Love me the selenite. So that is my fourth pick. The fifth pick that I have, again, and I do need more of this. I don't know why I don't have more of this in my house. But my fifth pick, if I had to just pick one more, would be Angelite. Angelite is a beautiful blue stone. I'll show you this one from my meditation room. So this is just like this is really great to hold. The reason I got this shape was it's great to just hold in your palm. And I love this stone because it connects you with the angelic realm, right? Angelite. It's also blue. Anything blue is usually very calming, opens the throat chakra. Angelite will bring down any kind of overwhelming emotions that you have. And again, it actually aligns with the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra, right? So blue always usually aligns with the throat chakra. So it can help you with communicating with your angels, because now we're talking about the third eye and the crown chakra, which is your psychic ability. So I like this. I've done channeled writing with this as well in my palm, because I feel like it is aligning me. It is aligning my energy. It is opening up my chakras. But again, it's very calming. It's very soothing. There's a lot of blue stones that are calming and soothing. Celestite is one of them. I just thought, Larimar is another one. But I just love the Angelite because of the fact that it really does connect you. It does the calming, but it also connects you with that angelic realm, which I think we are all trying to connect to, especially those of us on a spiritual path who are doing what I teach, which is aligning and tapping into that higher helpline. So I had to choose Angelite. Then I thought, okay, these are my 5 top ones, but like there are other ones that I truly love that I can't leave out. So we're going to do some honorable mentions. And if anybody is watching this live or on the replay and you have some favorites that are not on my list, let me know what they are, because I'm sure they're on the rest of my list. So feel free to type them into the chat, into the comments. So honorable mentions that came to me were, number 1, I have 3 honorable mentions, and I could go on and on, but I really tried to narrow it down. My 3 honorable mentions are howlite, and howlite is, and I'll show you one of them that I have actually that's carved, but it's like white with almost like marbly grains in it. So let me show you. This one I actually got this in St. Augustine, Florida. I want to see if you can actually see, if I get it close to the camera, if you can see the veining in it. So it's like white, but it has this marbling gray effect. I don't know if you guys can see that on Instagram, but these are owls. So I got that because I feel like it's me and my husband. And also owls remind me of my mother. So it's one of the signs she uses with me. So, but howlite is extremely calming. It is ideal for anybody who deals with anxiety, with stress, with worry, with an overactive mind that they're trying to calm down. If you're someone who suffers from insomnia, things like that, howlite is amazing. And again, you can wear jewelry. I have a small pillar of it in my kitchen that I just want calming energy, right? So I do love howlite for that. And it's really the top one when we're talking about anxiety, stress, and worry. And we want to bring that energy down. We want to calm that mind that's racing. Howlite is your go-to for that, I believe. And again, it doesn't mean there's not other stones for it. These are just sort of my picks. So howlite. Another one of my favorite stones that I just love the look of, but I also love the properties of is labradorite. So labradorite is another honorable mention. And labradorite opens your intuition and opens your psychic abilities. And it helps you notice the signs and synchronicities around you, which is what I'm teaching you always to be looking for, right? You always want to be looking for the direction and the guidance that the universe is sending to you. So labradorite does that. So it's another one that you'll find in many areas of my home. I just happened to grab this one. So I have two of these in my family room, and I grabbed this. You can see, like, as I'm moving it, how it has these different flashes of green and blue, and everyone is different. Like, there's some that have more flashes of blue in it and some that have less flashes of blue in it, but it's like a green blue stone. I love labradorite. And I love it. Again, I just love the look of it. I'm very attracted to the look of it, but I also love it and I have jewelry that's labradorite. I love it for that opening your psychic abilities, helping you connect with signs and synchronicities. It's just awesome. It's awesome. It's pretty, and it serves a really amazing purpose when we are living our lives connected to that higher helpline and trying to notice the guidance that is coming, trying to pay attention to the answers that are coming to us. Thank you for those of you liking the live. I always forget to say that, but I just saw some likes coming through. So please like it if you're enjoying this content. So labradorite is a huge one. And then the last one I kind of mentioned briefly is citrine. So this is my little citrine that I have. Citrine is the known as the ultimate abundance stone. It aligns you with the energy of prosperity and financial success. It works in a working environment. It is amazing for any type of business success and any type of kind of like boosting your own confidence and your productivity. But when I think of an abundance stone, I do think of pyrite as well, but I always think of citrine for that. And another thing that is showing you how much I love amethyst and citrine. And I actually bought this at one of my shows that I went to. And every time I go to the show, if you're in my membership community, you guys know I buy one for me and one for you. And I do giveaways every month in my membership community. So one of the giveaways was I bought one for me and I gave one away. But you'll see it has an amethyst base, and then it has the amethyst and citrine mix. So I have this in the wealth corner of my desk as well. I have a huge tree like that. And I love trees for wealth, by the way. So like, green aventurine, jade, citrine, pyrite, all those different types you can get in the tree format. I love for wealth because it's like a symbol of growth to me. So, but I love citrine. So citrine is another one that I'm putting as an honorable mention because the top 5 that I gave you are just sort of like universal if I had to only choose, but then there's these other honorable mentions. And if I really thought more about it, I'm sure there would be more honorable mentions that I'm not thinking of that I adore, just even looking around my office. But these are the ones that I gravitate to for whatever reason. They're the ones that kind of draw me in and pull me in for an kind of universal things. Of course, there are a million other crystals that we can use for individual specific things, right? And there's so many other ones that I love. But I wanted to just give you this overview of like, if you're just getting into it, or maybe you don't have some of these in your collection and you'd like to add them into your collection. I wanted to tell you what they are, how I use them, how you can use them. And, I just have crystals everywhere. And then specifically will use crystals in all of my rituals. And, as one of the rituals for me are a way to ask the universe for help and to harness its energy to create change. So I will use crystals for that. And that's why I always say, you will always in my rituals find clear quartz, whether it's a point, whether it's, a chunk, whatever it might be, to amplify the energy of other crystals. So like, let's just say you were like, okay, you know what? I want to create a little wealth corner and I don't have your book, The Higher Help Method yet, and I'm not sure what to do. If you just went to the wealth corner of your home using the feng shui bagua, which is if you walk in the front door, it's the most left corner. If you put clear quartz and citrine, just tumbled stones, whatever, you don't even have to go crazy. If you just put something like that in that corner, you're affecting the energy. That's how simple it is. Obviously, I like to get extra about everything. So I have a wealth bowl ritual. I've taught a wealth bag ritual. My husband and I just did together on Sunday 2 different wealth bag rituals, and he hung one on a door and I hung the other one on a door. So I just love using them. I love using them to affect my energy, to affect the energy of my home, and to help me harness the energy around me to create things in my life. So let me just check if we have any questions or comments before I have to go get ready for Amy Lee McCree as part of the summit. Yay. Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you are loving the summit. I still owe you an email. I keep forgetting. The summit has distracted me, but I will be emailing you, FYI. Let's see. Oh, what is your birthstone, Jacqueline? Was that Amethyst? That might have been early on when I was talking. Oh, I love Amethyst. Thank you, Ruth. That was New Hope, Pennsylvania. That's where I got that. I whenever I go to a store, like a crystal store that is somewhere new, I like to buy something unique. I don't want to go somewhere and buy something that I've seen or that I know I can get in a million other places, right? I always want to try to find something unique from that store. And I just thought that rose screamed to me and was so unique and so beautiful that I had to get it for myself. So I did. Jackie, do I cleanse my crystals? And if so, how often? Yes, I 100% cleanse my crystals. Not selenite or kyanite. Those 2 crystals are cleansing and don't hold on to energy, so they don't need to be cleansed. But I do cleanse them every so often. I would say at least on a monthly basis. If I'm doing a ritual, I wait till whatever time I put for that ritual, and then I'll cleanse, reprogram, and maybe repeat a ritual. Like the abundance bag I was just talking to you guys about, which is not in my book, but I've taught in my abundance classes that I've taught in the past. That one is every 30 days you repeat it, right? So I would leave it and cleanse every 30 days. Crystals that I'm wearing on my body, especially crystals that like the black tourmaline, that absorb energy, you want to cleanse them more regularly, because if it is taking on energy on your behalf, something like a black tourmaline or a protective one, you want to cleanse more often than not. I have different selenite plates, like round, that almost looks like a plate. You can get selenite bowls where you can just take your jewelry off and put it there overnight and cleanse it, and then you go to put it back on. So it depends on the crystal, but I do like to kind of recharge everything at least monthly, especially if I'm working on something specific, right? Or like my office, and my office takes me time because the ridiculous amount of crystals. And then my meditation room it's like a little closet space that my husband built into the room when we moved in here. And I have ridiculous amount of crystals, so it takes me a while. But yeah, so hopefully that answers your question. Geraldine said, hi, Tammy. Last week I picked a red balloon as a sign for my mom. Oh, you're talking about, so as part of the summit, I taught a signs class and I had everybody assign a sign to get. Okay. I think that's what you're talking about. Okay, for my mom, Rose. Although I kept seeing balloons, I wasn't feeling it. My mom, Rose, was very religious. I am not. While cleaning out my closet, yeah, my mother was also very religious, by the way, as it was my grandmother. And my grandmother was named Rose, by the way. Um, while cleaning out my closet yesterday, something fell on the floor and it was a cross. Wow, that is my mom. As I was removing my shoes, I heard something drop on the floor, another cross, and I don't wear crosses. I'm sure that was your mother. I'm sure that was your mother. Um, and I love that she did that because you see what you did is you assigned a balloon, right? And then you saw balloons, but you were like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I don't know if that's really her, right? Which is what I tell you not to do, but that's okay. Your mother wanted you to know she was there, and she was probably like, this woman is not paying attention to these damn balloons that I'm sending to her. So I'm gonna like really make my presence known. And she did it. And she did it. And so I love that. I love that. So pay attention to the balloon she's sending because you gave her a balloon and then you ignored it. She's like, I'm just gonna drop some crosses on her. Okay, let's see. Oh, did you, Denise? She said she just brought a labradorite necklace. I love labradorite. I have rings, necklaces. I just love the look of it, but the fact that they open you up to signs and synchronicities completely sold me. Completely sold me. Oh, Victoria is part of our membership, and she's the one who won the amethyst tree. I love that. Don't you love it? It's in my wealth corner too. Yes. And don't you worry, all of those in my membership. I am going this May again to the big gem show. Me and my husband go every year. We spend like one full day there. Like we get there when they open and we're there till the end. And it's like ridiculous because it's a whole convention center in New Jersey. If you're in the New Jersey area, look it up. I don't remember the exact dates this year, but I know it's in like mid-May. Like I'm thinking maybe the 15th or like what, it's like a whole weekend. It goes from Thursday to Sunday. At the Edison Convention Center in Edison, New Jersey. And if you see me there, come and say hello because I will be there one of these days with my husband shopping. And when I shop, I see things that I'm like, oh, this would be a great giveaway, but I want it too. So I buy one for me and one to give away. I do this all the time because I can't, like, I literally give away stuff that I love. So if I love it for you guys, then I'm going to love it for me. But I'm so glad you were the one who won that. That's so cool. Let me see. Hold on. Valentina said, what do you do with white jade? So jade itself is, I'm going to look this up for you though, because I'm not 100%, but jade itself always reminds me of luck and money. But I'm going to look up, hold on. I'm going to look it up for you so I can tell you. Okay, so anything white, by the way, because we're talking about like selenite, white is purity and cleansing. Oh wait, hold on. I'm just looking at Sam on Instagram. She said I asked for a bluebird and felt silly for such an obvious sign. On my way home, I saw a license plate that said bluebird. No. And now I've got a bluebird pecking at my window for the Stop it. I just saw that on Instagram. For those of you who took my signs and synchronicity class as part of the summit, thank you so much for telling me about these signs. And I think Valentina, I don't know if she's here or not, but I saw her during Stephanie's thing. She was telling me about a sign she got also. I'll get back to the white jade in a second, but I'm just so excited. I love hearing that. And that's why I tell you, like, even if you're thinking it's obvious, like, it doesn't matter. Don't change it. Just go with it. I've had people pick the hardest signs they can possibly in their head that they think they'll never get. And then they come through and they're even more shocked. So feel free to try and stump the universe or your loved ones or whoever you're giving the sign to, because they always find a way. But anyway, thank you so much, Sam I Am on Instagram. Okay. So back to white jade. So anything white is always clear and clearing or calming. And so white jade is about serenity, tranquility, bringing calming to yourself, connection with yourself, spiritual growth, enlightenment. That's really what the white jade is. Green jade is the one that you want to utilize for prosperity, for abundance, for luck, which to me, luck is synchronistic experiences. But yeah, harmony, peace, tranquility, balance. That's the white jade. It's also known for healing your emotions and balancing your emotions. Spirituality, all of that. So anything, that's why like even a lot of the, like I said, the blue stones all kind of have like a similar thing. Colors usually mean things. And a lot of times they go with your chakra system, right? So I hopefully that is help with you. Oh, and maybe you're the same Valentina that wrote me the sign in the other thing. Um Yes, Denise, you have them all around your house. Oh my God, I love it. The barn and in your purse. Yes, I have them everywhere. I have them everywhere and I love them and I've always loved them. And I'm probably at some point I would buy a bigger house just to have more of them if I run out of room. Just saying. How do I cleanse them? So selenite is a way to cleanse them. So you can place, if you have a big enough wand, some wands you can get that are fat and thin that you can place things on. So selenite is a great way. There's cleansing, like incense, like sage or frankincense. Palo Santo wood. If you want to actually burn something, you can use those same type of um essences for like essential oils and diffuse them. You can put them outside in a new moon or a full moon to cleanse your crystals overnight. You can run them under water, but not selenite or kyanite, I believe, because they're too porous and they'll break down. So many different things you can do. And there's cleansing sprays you can get as well, like a sage spray. The Crystal Garden with Margaret Ann Lembo has the best different. She has so many different types of sprays that you can get. She has one that's sage and cedar, and she has one that it's called Smudge It Spray, and it has a variety of different cleansing essential oils in it where you would just spray the crystals. Oh, that is Valentina. She said, I've been hearing and seeing the words that I requested so many times now. It's from your father. I love that. You guys, if you've never done my Assign a Sign, sign up for the summit because my class that I just taught on signs and synchronicity is still open. I didn't shut that down. So you can go and you can do it and you can do your Assign a Sign and get your sign and then report back to me because I love hearing the stories about them. I really do. Like, cause it's so exciting to me to hear all the different ways that spirit comes through. Like, obviously I see what happens with me, but I love hearing about all the different things that happen to other people. Stephanie says, I always carried crystals in my bra when I went to work. I was a bartender. Lots of negative energy, girl. Yes. Oh my God, that is super smart to put it on you like that. 100%. Just make sure you're cleansing it. You're cleansing it after something like that. Okay, let me see. Oh, Stephanie said, I asked for a hummingbird, was out shopping for a birthday card and picked up one. And there was a hummingbird on the front and a beautiful message inside the card. And I bought the card. I don't know who you asked for the hummingbird from, but that is an amazing gift. I can't even believe that. That is so cool. That is so cool that not only did you get the hummingbird, but you got a message with it. Do you know how amazing that is? That's like your person, whoever you assigned that sign to, went above and beyond, was like, you know what, I'm not just going to give you the sign, I'm going to give you a whole message. I love that. Okay, let's see. Oh, Valentina, where do you put it? Was that the white jade? So you can carry it with you if you want tranquility. You can put it in the health section of the home because if you want to affect your health, includes your emotions, so you can do that in the health section of your home. And again, like I said, you can carry it with you or anywhere that you want calm and serenity. You can put it anywhere for that as well. Okay, let's see. Jackie said, I asked Saint Expedite to show me a typewriter after your class Thursday and Saturday morning, a typewriter. I love that. And Saturday morning, when I got up, there was a news story on TV and the reporter was being photographed typing on one. And let me tell you something. You don't see typewriters anymore, right? I mean, I guess keyboards and stuff like that, but that's really cool. That's really, really cool. I love that you thought of a typewriter. I would have never thought of that. Now I'm going to use that as an example when I teach in the future that someone used a typewriter. Let me see. Uh Oh, Denise, you said I said one of your prayers for a work decision. Oh, you mean in the higher help method book? And the next day, Stephanie channeled me on Tuesday and gave me my answer. Do you see? This is how it works. This is how the higher help method works. You ask the universe for help and it moves mountains to find. And listen, I was randomly picking people on Stephanie's thing. Like, I don't pay attention if you had a reading before. Like, I just randomly, wherever my, because there's people lined up, and I just kind of scroll and stop on people. So your higher helpers were on it because I picked you. So that is awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got to get going because it's 1:45 and I have to go prepare for the summit interview with Amy Lee McCree. If you're not joining us live, the replay will be up. Usually it goes up around 3 p.m. and then we send an email out afterwards. But I'm excited to talk to her about the channeling and about the 7 grandmothers because it's all new to me and I love new stuff. Well, channeling's not new to me, but the 7 grandmothers are new to me. So I'm really excited to kind of dive in and see what she has to say about it. And I'm going to go prep for that. So for those of you who are joining me live, I will see you in the Zoom room in under 15 minutes now. And those of you who are on the replay, you will see me then. I will be back here, of course, next Thursday at noon Eastern with more enlightening, spirit boosting information. And until then, have a wonderful, amazing, elevated weekend. If you're not part of the summit, join because we're doing that most popular weekend replay this weekend. So you can catch up on some of the most popular ones. And we had some really good ones. We've had such good stuff this year. Packages that I'm wanting to buy myself that I probably will, honestly. That's how awesome they are. And great information and live meditations and healings and all of that. So join us, elevatedexistence.summit.com. But until then, this weekend, in addition to listening to the most popular replays, I want you to do something that brings you joy. Maybe that is your thing. Maybe what will bring you joy is listening to or watching our replays, but do something that brings you joy to boost your vibration. You deserve it, makes you feel good, aligns you with the things that you're trying to create in your life. And I will see you back here next week. Bye, everyone. Bye for now.